Hello, my name's Tommy Williams. I'm currently at University of Virginia, and I'm majoring in kinesiology and minoring in data science. And also currently I'm an intern at Ample Biosolutions. Here's a brief introduction to my study. I studied 60 females and looked at their change in inflammatory gene expression after 12 weeks of exercise. And I like to give an introduction to what I'm specifically looking at. I'm looking at mRNA expression, and I like to give that as an analogy, as shown here. So first we have a cookbook, which is where everything is stored. Then the recipe is the directions on how to do that, which then eventually ends up making the food. And you can see the analogy with DNA, mRNA, and protein. And protein is normally what's measured in studies to look at if someone has a disease, doesn't have a disease, what that progression is looking at. And so here is actually the data from the original study. And these are primarily blood markers. And then here's our protein, for example. And all of these right here, all these blood biomarkers are predictive of cardiovascular, inflammatory, and metabolic disease, which are some of the leading diseases and death in the US and the world. Um, for example, heart disease, atherosclerosis, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and rheumatoid arthritis. And actually, in our original study, it was found that the changes over exercise within the study were found to be non-significant. So I wanted to look deeper and look at the pathways that are affecting, for instance, C-reactive protein in these biomarkers. And so the way I did that is through gene expression, and I used heat maps like this and violin plots, which are shown in my slideshow. And the real question is, why would I want to study exercise and inflammation? So as a kinesiology major, I take many different classes, looking at how disease changes from exercise. One example that I always think about is breast cancer. Breast cancer can be the symptoms can be diminished through exercise, but obviously, not everyone is going to respond the exact same to different stimuli. So, something I think about is you might have two people who are both 20 years old and look the exact same. One might become significantly stronger in 6 months compared to the other. So, everyone is different, and I wanted to look at how different people respond to exercise in terms of inflammation. Does one group of people receive more benefit? Does one group of people receive less benefit? So that's my main reason for what I'm looking at today.